Blessed Sunday, friends. On this third Sunday of Easter, the readings allow us to reflect on what it means to recognize the presence of the risen Lord in our lives, in our relationships, in all that we do. But in a special way, the Gospel for today also presents to us what it means to become genuine disciples of the risen Lord. There are three life's messages that we are presented with. First, that we have to live in our daily life the upper room experience. What does that mean? That like the disciples in today's gospel, we have to experience in a deeper way the forgiveness of the Lord. Yes, we are not perfect. We often desert the Lord for many reasons. But Jesus, the risen Lord, appears to them and extends to them the forgiveness. That is the first experience of the risen Lord. That is so profound that the disciples would never forget. But at the same time, this upper room experience means that even if the Lord might not be physically present all the time, in fact, Jesus confronts his disciples, "You don't yet believe? Touch me. Eat with me." But for us, that upper room experience means the Eucharist, that in our daily life, we constantly experience Jesus every time we celebrate the Eucharist. So for us, his disciples, this first life's message is very important if we want to recognize the presence of the Lord. We recognize him when we are forgiven and when we forgive others. We recognize him when we are received by the Lord into his life every time we receive him in the Eucharist. The second life's message is this, that as witnesses of the resurrection, we continue the mission of the Lord. By our holy life, by our loving life. In other words, the risen Lord will only be recognized if, through us, we become disciples of the resurrection. That means that we try to allow others to recognize Jesus in us, and at the same time, by the kind of love that we extend to others, they also experience who Jesus is. The third life's message for us is this, that every day we have the opportunity to become channels of Easter. That means that in all the circumstances of our life, in our daily tasks, in whatever we do, they experience who Jesus is. So I think that's also the power of Easter in our life. Nothing is different. Nothing is the same. With the eyes of the resurrection, we can see differently. We can act more lovingly, and also we can forgive more deeply. So for us this Sunday, if there is one word that you probably can remember, it is the presence of the risen Lord in us, in others, and all other circumstances of our life. God bless you.